In this video, I have recorded a director's narrative over our official trailer for The Possession. We are introduced to Clarissa, the main character of the film, right at the start of the trailer. She looks upset and vulnerable. This immediately grabs our attention as we want to know more about her and her story. This shot also sparks an emotional connection between her and the viewers. Within the horror genre, it is very common for killers to wear a mask or disguise their identity. We have developed this convention and decided that our killer would wear a hoodie. Hoodies are an iconic symbol which represent a negative stereotype of youth. This same group of youth were blamed heavily by the media for the riots. Like most other film trailers, our trailer is in non-chronological order. There are lots of flashbacks into the past, which help explain the storyline to the audience. Trailers often contain quick flash shots that last less than a second. There are many examples of this in our trailer. We have used these quick shots to grab the viewer's attention and emphasize the fact that The Possession is a horror film. In this scene, we finally see a glimpse of Clarissa in her equilibrium. Everything is normal and she is happy. As our trailer is in non-chronological order, the narrative structure is unorganized. This is a very common convention of horror trailers, as we normally show the disruption before the equilibrium. As Clarissa leaves her house, we are made aware of the fact that things are about to take a turn for the worse by the mysterious sound effects. These sound effects also build up suspense as the viewer begins to wonder what's going to happen next. In this shot, we are introduced to Clarissa's best friends, Maya and Rihanna. She is their leader and they follow her. Maya and Rihanna are Clarissa's sidekicks. These are popular stock characters within the horror genre. In this scene, we see the murder of Edna. This challenges the norm as her murder is not connected to the murders to come. Her killer is somebody completely different. Usually, in horror films, the killer remains the same throughout. At this point of the trailer, the shots are long with a slow pace. This is because we are still telling some of the story and building up to the peak of our trailer. Here we see Clarissa look up from the locket. As she does this, her eyes have changed. They've become unhuman. In the horror genre, many villains appear physically different. In this shot, we have adhered to this convention. Many film trailers use voiceovers to help explain the storyline to the audience. We have developed this in our trailer and used a diary-like voiceover from our main character Clarissa. She is explaining the story from her point of view. From this point onwards, the pace of the trailer increases dramatically and the shots become shorter. This is because we have introduced the main action behind the film and are aiming to grab the viewer's attention and generate as much excitement as possible. The death scenes are some of the most exciting in our film, The Possession. Therefore, we felt it was important to include lots of these in our trailer as they would gain interest and excitement amongst the audience. Also, these scenes would help emphasize the fact that The Possession is a horror film. These scenes combine a variety of different camera shots at a fast-moving pace, which helps generate tension and also accompanies the fast soundtrack. It is very common for horror trailers to hide the identity of their killers. We have developed this convention and only show glimpses of our killer in the background of shots. This has manipulated their appearance and made them seem more scary than they actually are. This adds to the horror of our trailer. This shot emphasizes the fact that the killer is using hoodies to hide their identity. Our trailer is brought to an end by a repetitive sequence of dramatic close-up shots showing the two main stock characters dead. This is something that is very unique to The Possession, as normal film trailers do not repeat shots more than once. These next few shots are extremely interesting. This is mainly because our trailer suggests that Clarissa is not only the villain, but also a victim. This heavily contrasts most other horror films, as usually the killer and victim are. The last shot of our trailer is the same as the first. We have a circular narrative. This is rarely seen in film trailers. During our research, we noticed that many of the trailers chose to show the name of the film at the end. We decided to copy this idea in our own trailer, as we thought it was the best way to keep the name of the possession fresh in the memory of the viewer.